Well, we were asked, good afternoon, everybody. We were asked by the organizers to talk to you about IBM experience and IBM examples of how we are working on how we are supporting the startup world. And together with Piotr, we would like to share with you a small piece of what we are doing, but I see I don't have the...
Możemy prosić o zmieniać slajdów jeszcze. Halo? O. So maybe let's start from introducing ourselves. Maybe I will introduce Jola. Jola is a director responsible for governmental programs, so dealing with the government sector, proposing proactively some ideas, promoting innovation across the public sector, and she's also responsible for our relationships with the public sector and government entities. And my name is Piotr, and I am the CTO for Poland and Baltics, working with the startups and from something about 3 years already. And let's go further. We've got a clicker.
Doesn't work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I thought I would start from the couple of words from our chairman and president, CEO Ginni Rometty, who believes that startups are playing really an incredible role in IBM success, and it's critical for your future, and it's critical for IBM future. And how do we work with the startups? Since 2010, we have introduced two global programs. One is the Global Entrepreneur Program, and the second one is IBM Smart Cup. We have launched hundreds of companies. We have helped hundreds of startups. The last time we held such a Smart Camp program in Poland was in 2014, and Piotr will tell you more about this. This year the Smart Camp was in Prague. You can read and get more details on this on our website. But what I would like to focus on in my short presentation for you will be IBM Global Entrepreneur Program. The collaboration with the startups is actually around 3 areas. It's education, building, and go-to-market. And I understand for this path, the most important is the education part, the collaboration within the Global Entrepreneur Program and our innovation centers. We have 2 of them in Poland, one in Warsaw and one in Krakow. And what do we provide for the startups in the program? The expert mentoring, both physical, as Piotr informed me, and this is working. We have several people in Poland. Actually, IBM in Poland is quite a big organization, more than 8,000 employees, and also the network of mentoring network to which you can sign in. As I said, the innovation centers, two of them are in Poland, but you can of course collaborate with the centers that are all over the world.
But prior we will go further with this story, I would like to give you a little bit of the higher level picture around those programs, because probably as you well know, we've got something which is called Venture Capital Group, IBM Venture Capital Group. But how do we operate? IBM Global Entrepreneur Program is a program which was founded and organized by the Venture Capital Group, and this is the program dedicated which allowed us to deal on each and every market, also in Poland, with the venture capital firms entrepreneurs and startup incubators to have an access from one hand side to their investment portfolio and to the plenty of newly founded companies which are available on the market, to screen proactively for new technologies, new innovative business models, or any kind of solution, product, innovation which can shorten the R&D process on our side, from one hand side, and can give us competitive advantage over the competition on some specific market. So we are actively working also not only with startups and entrepreneurs, but especially with venture capital firms all around the world, actively searching for the innovation, new products, new offerings. But from other hand side, we are also licensing some of our intellectual property assets to venture capital firms, which got in their portfolio some companies which required that. So sometimes on a different markets, venture capital firm investment is not only based on pure money, but also brings the intellectual property assets which are owned by IBM. And this is the very interesting model which is also available to Polish VC companies with which we are dealing each and every day. The interesting acquisition which started on Polish market, there are two companies. One of the companies is Urban Code. The second one is Netezza. These are the companies which grew up in Poland, which have the research and development headquarters in Poland. So we are also active here locally, and I think that it is important to mention. Do we found the companies? No, we do not found the companies. We acquire the companies, and we are helping also the companies to grow, but we do not found the companies. Sorry, just, high-level overview how we operate from the investment perspective.
Very good. What we are offering to the startup community within the Global Entrepreneur Program is free IBM software, and Piotr will tell you more about this in his part, and the opportunity within the programs that we are organizing to connect with the other with the investors and leaders all over the world. For the cloud startups, we have a special program. I will give you some details of who can join the program from the startups. The value of the cloud applications and cloud services, it's 120K, and we provide for you the technical support, the go-to-market, and the client connection for the entrepreneurs. Who can join the program? Also, mentoring is the part, as I was mentioning before. These are the criteria that the startup will have to meet to be able to apply for the membership in the program, which is the private company, less than 5 years, engaged in developing a software-based product or service for enterprise customers, aligned with one of IBM growth initiatives, which is cloud, big data, analytics, mobile, social, security is not mentioned here, and do not resell IBM hardware or software.
Yes, and this mentoring program is also available in Poland. We are pretty active in the space regarding the collaboration with local accelerators. Recently, the latest example of our activities is accelerator which was established by SpeedUp Group called Alpha Accelerator, which is dedicated for the researchers to help them build at the end companies, or to found the companies, and how to structure them. So as you probably know, there is a plenty of very innovative people working in different institutions, also researchers connected to some laboratories with the brilliant ideas, but the problem is how to commercialize at the end the innovation or research outcomes. So together with SpeedUp, we are helping, for example, young researcher how to shape and transfer the technology or idea or some invention into the product, and how later build around this product the route to make this product successful on the market. So as a company who have a global reach and a lot of contacts locally, we are opening these contacts for those people to help them grow quickly, because innovation, and it's all about the speed and agility at the end. If you are waiting too long time, somebody else will do it, or somebody else will announce the product based on some idea or invention to the market rapidly. So we are willing to help locally to grow such ideas and transfer the ideas into the successful companies to make our also local ecosystem much stronger and more visible to the global markets at the end, also through IBM. Why? Because the things which are also not on the slide, the interesting fact is that if somebody is a part of IBM Global Entrepreneur Program, the IBM employers immediately receive the information about that. And you should remember that from the sales perspective, there is not many organizations which have 300,000 sellers worldwide. So working with us doesn't mean only access to the technology, not only to some mentors, guidelines, and all this stuff, intellectual property asset, how to secure that, but also means potential access to all of those sellers which are aware that you exist, that your solution exists, and they can potentially build some partnerships or some projects together with young entrepreneurs or new entrepreneurs as well.
That's all from my side. What I would like to encourage you, there is and I believe the presentation will be available for you, but there is a website dedicated to entrepreneurs and with details on our program. But locally, Agnieszka Biłko is the person to contact, to talk, to ask the questions. Of course, Piotr as well on how to join the program and what we are locally doing as well.
Yes, the biggest advantage is that at the end, if you are becoming the part of our ecosystem, like for example, companies like Kinetize.com, very successful startup from Poland, which built the mobile end-user development solution, which was applying to our Global Entrepreneur Program. They won Smart Camp Poland, later they won Smart Camp European finals, and they went to New York to the worldwide contest, and they've met plenty of venture capital firms like Sequoia and others with which IBM is dealing. And without this program, to reaching such guys would be very, very difficult to show to them and present something to them. Through IBM, it's easier because they know that they are doing a good business together with us. And if something is interesting potentially for us, it can be potentially interesting for them. And this company, which I mentioned, Kinetize, was doing, still doing the end-user interface, which allowed each and every human being build the mobile web application based on the components which they produce, which you can connect tightly to each other. You can create the data flow between the components, and without having the knowledge around the coding, you can deploy the application to multiple different hardware platforms. So this, for example, company was interested for us because we are mostly dealing with the programming environments which are available to the programmers, but not necessarily we are not dealing with end-user interfaces, or let's call it some kind of toys, how to prototype quickly some easy applications. So we were interested in them due to this fact, and we are still helping them proactively. Additional company from also local Polish market is Focus Telecom, which we help them to migrate their solution to IBM Bluemix platform, and now we are also able to resell their solutions to our customers all around the world. They are also, through our channels, are able to grab and address some customers. They are making virtual telecommunication centrals, IVRs. So there is a lot of examples from Polish local market, which we are proud of it, that we are collaborating with people and companies and helping them to grow, also even by sharing our contacts at the end. And as Jola said, it's very easy to reach out to us, to contact us, and to talk what we can do together very often on the local CEE, on all global market, because often we are using the entrepreneurs or startup companies or partners network to build together the project. Sometimes we do not have some specific solution. For example, we are not doing our own beacons, but we are using beacons, for example. So we can, through collaboration, achieve much more, and we are strongly also committed to that. So thank you very much from my side, and have a good rest of the day then.